All right, so hello everyone. Um, Welcome back to Brit Reviews It All. I am going to be talking about the Real Housewives of Atlanta. I am a few episodes behind, but I am caught up, so I'm just jumping in right at the latest episode. So it is season 14. This is episode 3, titled "The Tea Is Served," which was fitting for the theme of the entire episode, which was pretty much centered around um, Brooklyn's tea party themed birthday party for Brooklyn. Um, so just they start off usual, just showing little clips of everybody as they're coming in, getting the show started. I'm just gonna jump right into where Kenya. She was going to look at the venue, just going over everything with the party planner about in the budget for Brooklyn's birthday party. Um, that was, just cute. I mean, we pretty much know that Kenya, she does beautiful birthday parties for her daughter. Um, Events that she's done, she does a pretty good job with doing her events. Um, so let me see. She was pretty much just kind of letting us in a little bit about what's the status with Mark and everything. Basically saying she's not expecting anything from him financially. She's not expecting him to even be there. And as I ain't gonna jump too far. Let me stick with where we stick in the part of the episode. So, not even sure if he's gonna be there. She pretty much said that as far as custody goes, they are settled on that part, but now they need to get the financial part under control, situated. And she's just pretty much like she's been saying, she's over it, she's done with it, she's ready to move on. Okay, so then we move on into the scene where Sheree is working out with her trainer. And apparently Marlo is going to be coming. I for some reason I did not expect the name Marlo to come up with going to go work out. I don't see that as being Marlo's thing, but hey, she came in. But as we saw, Marlo really just came to do her thing. She was not coming to work out. And the production, they too funny with the whole little count, the time frame that she did do a little something something. But that's Sharee's thing. We know just from her years of being on Atlanta Housewives, she's always, working out has been her thing. Being in shape, which I'm happy that she did decide to take She by Sheree and switch it into more of a workout type clothing style. I think that's more of her area. Not saying that she's not stylish; she has her own style, and I don't have no comments about that. But I'm just saying, as far as what it seems like she really has a passion for is for how she looks, how she feels, working out, taking care of her body. So it would only be um, the best idea to just do a workout line for a clothing workout line, right? Okay, so they are, chit chatting. The guy leaves. He looks familiar. I feel like he's definitely been on Housewives before, and maybe he was on there in another scene also with Sheree doing a training, and he's just been her trainer for years. But I promise he looks familiar to me. But anyway, so Sheree and Marlo, they're talking and just catching up. She, of course, Marlo says something about, people having comments about Late Archives, her event, which I don't think it was. Let me not say that because it was a little bit of shade, but they all do each other like that. Come on now. And then I think when you hear Marlo's name and the way she dresses and the way she carries herself, with the name brands and the money and all these things, they expected grand, even more grand than what they saw. But Marlo did it her way, and it is what it is. It's her business, and she did it the way she wanted to. But she was just, letting it be known, like, ma'am, I did hear that you was making comments. I'm feeling some type of way about that. Like, okay, watch yourself. Um, and let me see. She then moves on into the conversation, just kind of saying, the way how she's hoping to, be able to work with Tyler Perry Studios, styling, for his shows and his movies and things like that. Do the costumes, which that would be really awesome for her, and I feel like he might actually take her up on that. So hopefully she has nothing but good things coming her way, with her business. And then also she does ask Sheree about, raising a boy. Um, Young man. She has her two nephews with her, so she's just, just wanting some advice, anything that she can do to just make sure that she's raising them up the best way that she can, and not turning them into these self-entitled, spoiled brats. Um, I'm sure I could have said that in a better way, but that's just what I kind of got out of what she was pretty much trying to say. She just wants to make sure she's raising them the best way that she can. So I like that we're seeing more of those type of things coming from Marlo versus the norm, you know. But yeah, so that's what they were pretty much talking about. Marlo goes to tell Sheree about, um, let me see. Oh, they're talking about Drew and Sheree sharing the same assistant. And um, I mean, pretty much Sheree is having to clear some things up coming from her end. She basically is saying that, okay, so just like y'all, Drew is saying, oh, this assistant, Anthony, he is telling whatever business he thinks he knows of Sheree's. He's been over on her side doing the same thing. Seems like a repeating thing with this particular guy, because this is not the first time that he has come up. He has actually popped up in a way over in the Basketball Wives LA franchise. And so it's like, okay, it's obvious that you must be trying to put yourself out there, like in the TV world, and you're trying to attach yourself to whichever person is willing to bring you in. Basketball Wives didn't work out in the way you wanted it to, but you found your way in on Housewives. Drew, question mark on this whole little scenario. Looking at Drew a little sideways, but yeah. So they were just covering all of that, and I'm just like, okay, well, Sheree just said, tell us what it is that this assistant said. But Sheree, she's holding on to that information for a reason. It's gonna be a time where she gonna let it loose. Okay, so then they move on to the scene. It's Kandi. She's sitting down, talking with her. I don't know if he's the manager. Um, Whoever that man is to her. She was having a meeting with him, just going over some things with her schedule and with what she's trying to work on, trying to achieve. She says she wants the EGOT, which she broke it down and said that stands for the Emmy, Grammy, Oscar, and Tony Award. And she said she already has the Grammy, so she needs the other letters. Which, as we all know, just with Candy's work ethic, she I could see her really pushing it to really achieve that. I love that she does. She said she continuously sets goals for herself. She sets the bar even higher and higher. Um, Always working towards some sort of goal, and I love that about Candy. Todd comes in their meeting, pretty much having a comment about her schedule. He brings up the whole, them not having enough sex in it, but then he comments and says that they're able um, to have sex with each other at least 2 to 3 times a week, and I'm like, okay, not even as just saying, oh, because they're married, but whether you're married or whether y'all were just in a partnership relationship and unmarried, with the level of work that the both of them do, plus having children, um, I don't think that was such a bad thing. I mean, I don't know what his expectation is, and maybe it was a certain way when they first met, but it has become non-existent as the years have continued, and maybe that's what it is, because it's a major change than what he's used to, so that's why he's having those type of things. But I'm like, now you just, hey. to each his own. I mean, every relationship is different. So, but clearly for him, it's not enough. But um, that would be for him and Kandi to figure out and get on the same page with that. Um, I'm assuming that this is probably going to be a repeating theme throughout the season between the two of them. Um, but we'll see. Yeah. Now, while they are having all of these conversations about not having time, and then he goes into saying, about her cutting him out on some of the stuff that she's doing. But then she twisted back on him and pretty much said, you literally wanted to cut me out of something that you were working on. This is why I don't like wearing my glasses. I could see the screen in my glasses. But yeah, cutting her out on something that he was working on, because, and he pretty much said it's because when we do a lot of the things that we do together, your name, it overshadow it, kind of leaves him in the background, and everybody said, oh, Kandi does it, Kandi did this. But I'm just like, okay, Todd, I mean, you know who you married. She had a name when you met her. I think with her coming into your life, she is going to sound terrible, but she did bring something to the table which elevated you even more into a whole nother world of things. And now you're able to take that and make it something of your own. But with you doing that, don't feel a type of way when she wants to do something that is her thing and it's not a joint venture with the both of you. You can't have it both ways just because. Um, a little bit weird that the Nick, he was still, they were still in the meeting the whole time they're having that conversation, and then to ask him his personal opinion about it, I was just like, okay, no, Todd, no. I mean, y'all do have to kind of draw the line somewhere. He gave the most political correct response that anybody could think of in that moment, because I definitely would have said, hey, I'm not going to comment on this. Y'all are married. Y'all are also business partners for several things. I don't want no parts of it. I'm not making no comment. Don't ask me. Moving on. So then they come in on the screen where Drew and they are um, shopping for Brooklyn's birthday gifts. Um, I don't know, y'all. It kind of comes off like Drew is just like she's doing the most for the cameras, and almost it comes off as not being true to herself, like her authentic self. Um, I mean, I get it. She's trying to, make her place on this show and keep her spot. Yes. But it's just like, I don't know. I don't know. Something is like this with Drew. I don't know what it is, but I'm sure as the episodes keep coming, we'll see what happens. Um, I don't have no favorites on this in this franchise. I really don't. I can tell you who's just not coming off, just from what we see, just not coming off the greatest for most of her scenes that they show us, and it's Drew. So they are talking, and here they go again, talking about Sheree. Like, for real, Drew. I mean, at this point, you know that you basically that is your coworker. Sheree is your coworker. You know this. You know that this assistant of yours is telling you her business, whether it's true or not. Wouldn't that be some red flags on your part to be like, okay, so if you coming over here telling stuff to me about her and what you believe to be true pertaining to Sheree, um, you don't think he's probably doing the same thing when it comes to what's going on, the inner workings within your household? Just saying. You have to really question people like that. You have to look at them a little differently. people who move like that. But it's like, okay, we get it. Y'all keep saying she don't pay for services. She don't pay for services. Okay, so dude, regardless, you're not working, whether you were working or not working. Whoever said would, if she didn't pay you, so you stop providing your services to her. You have a job with the Drew, correct? So why are you still talking about this? Let it go. Move on. It shouldn't be that important to you. Just saying. Um, so then Sonya, why I keep saying her name wrong, I don't know. I used to watch her show on, I think it was Lifetime, um, Going for Gold or Reaching for Gold. I forgot the name of it. I used to watch her show on there, and I keep saying her name wrong. Like I know who she is, but she calls Drew in a panic, um, saying that she was sideswiped or something of that nature by a 18 wheeler, and they just kept going, and then they show her truck. One, glad that her son was not in the car. Two, glad that she's okay and she was able to still be up, talking, walking, moving around. Scary, yes. I almost was kind of like, well, how is it that Drew was the first person you called? But then come to find out, no, she actually did call her husband, but he was not physically in Atlanta. He was actually out of town on business. So then it made sense because I was like, why would she be the first person you call? But I got it now. Okay. Now, she calls her, going out, going, telling, what happened and everything. And then Drew's like, okay, well, you want me to come get you? Like, you know what? She's like, yes, please come get me. Um, Also, another question that I was wondering, so I'm going to assume that out of all the other family members, either A, they were not there, B, they are there, but they do not have vehicles and they don't know how to get around the Atlanta area, because I would have thought that maybe her family or someone, they would have came and got her. These are just things that I was just wondering as I'm watching the episode. Maybe I don't know if I'm the only one who was thinking about that, because I'm just thinking about my thought process. I'm gonna call my family who's here, come, do whatever, but it may be some reasons as to why that was the case, or maybe because the cameras were probably there with Sonya at that time, and she thought, let's call Drew and bring her in. That everybody's filming. Let's merge the scenes. I don't know. I was trying to just figure out how that intertwined, but okay, we're gonna stick with what they gave us. So, um, she leaves. Drew leaves with her assistant. They go get Sanya, and they get there, and then she's just rehashing, just telling everything, and they look at everything, and then just grateful that she's good. Then she says, okay, well, I need your help. I need you to take me to go get Deuce. So she says, like a good friend would do, yeah, girl, come on, let's go get him. We just gonna, I thought that was pretty nice of Drew in that part. So this, a good, genuine thing, or something that we see coming from Drew. I would prefer to see her in that light. Um, So, like I said, Ross was out of town, so that's what happened with that. That's when she told Drew. So moving on, they come into Brooklyn's tea party. Marlo asked the boys if they want to go to Brooklyn's tea party, and they're like, no. Um, I'm gonna assume she was just doing that for fun, just messing with them. I'm pretty sure. I mean, look at how old they are. Absolutely not. So Brooklyn's tea party. Kenya comes in. It is beautiful. The party planner, she did a wonderful job. I have a little girl, so it had me looking like, but who's not going to be spending no 10,000, 15, 20? No, no. I'm not spending that much money on anybody's birthday party. I don't care how much money I make. That's not happening. Absolutely not. No, no. But hey, that's the way they live. That's how she does her things. That's how she wants to do her child's birthday party, and she is entitled to spend her money the way she wants to. That's just my opinion for me and my finances. But Brooklyn's party beautiful. So then they, getting everything going, and then the way that they show the scene, everybody was like, I mean, everybody, it was just empty. So they're just like, okay, well, where is Brooklyn? She's like, well, I'm trying to wait till more people come so we can have like let her do a little entrance. Um, so then I'm noticing that they bring in Manetta, which is Neo, the singer, Neo's ex-wife. I believe they were married. Um, I'm wondering if this is a way that they are testing her to possibly bring her in either as a friend on Housewives of Atlanta or bring her in and give her a peach. I would love to see her. I would like to see. I would like to see what comes of that. I feel like she definitely has a story. I would like to see what she's doing now. Um, as far as the children goes, as far as co-parenting, as far as just what she's doing. I think that would be a good fit. So hopefully, she'll get the green light. So now Mayetta comes in, then here comes um Drew, baby girl. She is beautiful, her little girl. Drew comes in, and then here we go with production again. I'm telling you, they are doing a great job with production. So production comes in. They show because Kenya made the comment like, oh, that looks, it's a cute dress. Looks like, it's like something similar that I wear at one of Brooklyn's birthday parties. And then production puts the pictures together like this, and it's like, so Kenya comes in her confessional. She's like, okay, like, ma'am, are you like stalking me or something? Like, what's your problem? Because I feel like this is not the first time Drew has come in wearing an outfit similar to something that Kenya has worn, if I'm not mistaken. And I'm just like, okay, Drew, between you and your stylist, are you doing this on purpose to kind of, throw a little something at Kenya, or is this just something where it's just randomly happening? I would question that, but we gonna roll with it and we gonna keep going. Um, they kind of flash into Drew and showing some clips that we didn't see with Drew and her husband. So he's pretty much like, dude, I tried to give you. Wait, what was they talking about? Um, Man, okay, yeah. It's like it's saying that he was sleeping in one of the children's room. He hadn't been sleeping in the bed with her. And she's like, do you want to sleep there? You don't want to fix whatever is going on? Pretty much that relationship has been um it make you scratch your head cuz I don't get it. I don't get it. I mean, it's not for me to get, but just from you're on a TV show, um, we're trying to get to know you guys. This is this, I think, the second season. We're getting to know you guys. We're getting to know Drew. And we're getting to know your family, your relationship, and it's nothing but red flags all over the place. The way he speaks to her, the way he mentally handles her. I mean, it's a mess. It's a mess. It literally makes you want to reach through the screen and slap her in the face and then reach to the next area and punch him in the face. I'm just saying. That's an opinion of what I think, not what I would do if I saw them in person. But yeah, I don't. Ralph, what? I can't. Moving on. So they are getting ready to set up. Everybody, get gathered around. Everybody's come in. They're setting up for Brooklyn to make her entrance. And then all of a sudden, everybody's looking towards the door, and all of a sudden, come walk in. Here's Kandi and Ace, Kandi, Ace, and ooh, her daughter. I forgot her daughter's name, but y'all know who it is. But they all come in and Candy's like, hey y'all, like what the and they're like, hey, no, Brooklyn's gonna get ready to make her entrance, and that was just that was too funny. Um, like Candy said, hey, I got a lot going on. I have multiple children to get together. My baby gotta make sure she get her nap out so when she comes to the party, she's in a good mood. I totally understand that because you are correct. Yes, ma'am. Okay. Candy done did this more than once for those who forgot. she knows what to do. So it is what it is. She came, and that's the point, right? So Brooklyn comes in, so cute. She looked like she was really into it. Like Kenya said, Brooklyn loves doing tea parties, so I thought that was just beautiful to just give her a huge tea party of her own with other children to play with. I just thought that was really really cute. Um, let's see. Kenya, she brings up wanting to do a shady tea game, and she wanted them to write down things on a card or whatever, little shade stuff on a card. Immediately, Kenya was like, "At a kids party." Um, Same thing. I was thinking the same thing. Like, ma'am, that wasn't the thing for that. I mean, I know you got to make the most of the scene, but I really wish that that would have been something separate from Brooklyn's birthday party, because you kind of did taint it just a little bit. Because it really could have went, as we see, and I'm gonna get there, but it could have went into a whole nother thing. And it's your child birthday party. Why would you want to do that? Like, no. If anything, I don't want no drama. I don't want no mess at my baby's birthday party. Absolutely not, because you can hit the dough. Um, okay, so you see Deuce over there. He's like not feeling the party. He don't want to be there. And I recall Ross telling her, "Oh, Deuce ain't gonna be. He not gonna be with this party. I just know he ain't gonna be with it." And true, true to what he said, Deuce was not working it. She probably should have brought someone else with her to just kind of, you know, deal with him while she was filming her scenes with the ladies. And then it would have made him feel a little bit more comfortable to, have someone else there to just kind of, get him to come out of his little shyness, because he said he didn't want to play with nobody. He didn't care about no other children being there. But anyway, so let's see. They get ready. They have the ladies to come over and do the adult table. I do like that she had it separate, to where you had your adult table and then you had the areas where the children were playing. But I'm sure she did that. Why? Because she knew that they were going to film a little piece through that party. Um, so the first thing that she did was like a little game about Brooklyn. I thought that was really cute. If you know Kenya and you know Brooklyn, then you would have no problem with answering those questions. So, hey. And then right after that, she brings back up the doing the shady tea game. Again, bad idea, bad idea, because you already know when you get to going and you get to bringing up topics and things that's been kind of brewing around, going around and around and around, it's not gonna be good, right? Okay, so I thought it was very ironic that Kandi pulled the card that she did, talking about Kandi sucks mm, in the locker room. And I was just like, now who put that in there? I actually want to know who said it. I really do. Um, who do we think said it? And I think they didn't say it because they know that for a fact. I think they put it because they just knew that it would stir the pot. That's all. I don't think, yeah, that's what I think it is. I kind of feel like Kenya did that just to start some mess. Everybody sitting around looking like, who? Candy like, First of all, no, I ain't never did that, and I wouldn't. But then they bring in Sheree's confessional, while she's like, "Ma'am, I don't even understand why you're so mad, because we know you done did it all up and through X, Y, and Z. So why wouldn't we think that you probably did do it in the locker room?" Anyway, don't nobody own it. I was just like, okay, Kenya, here you go. So you pulling your tricks. You know how to get it going. So she knows exactly what she doing. They start going into the topics about she did address Marlo about the whole thing about her with the white refrigerator and renting renting the Bentley from Lisa Ray, and she was just like, no ma'am, no ma'am. Um and then them two, they get to going back and forth. I thought that they were on a better page than what they were, but as we see when they started filming, they definitely have been doing the back and forth, but not to the level of before years ago. Um, so they do like this little banter with each other, but they're able to come together and let that be just a little mess, but not enemies, maybe more like frenemies, like that. So they just get that going. Then King and she throws out there, okay, well, I mean, you bought a old, what kind of car did that girl have? Rolls Royce. She bought an old Rolls Royce. Marlo quickly said, absolutely not. It was new, fresh off the lot. No. Like Marlo said, her boyfriend at that time or whatever, that's who, where she was getting all her money from. But that was years ago. So with all that going on, then it comes into where they pull another card and then it mentions about Charae not paying her bills. Um, I was just like, here we go again. Come on, Drew. Like, seriously, you are looking for a moment and you gonna find it if you keep messing with Sheree. Uh, I don't think she understands who she messing with, but I think everybody else around her know, girl, that ain't what you want. It just ain't. Um, so Drew, there she goes again. Saying, oh, but he said, and I was just trying to tell you, and da 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 da. It's like, okay, ma'am. Sheree clears it up. She's like, no, I didn't. He wanted to be around me. I did not want his services. I did not. So, no, he did not get paid for anything because I did not want his services. But he wanted to be around. Um, Sheree is trying to, speak her part, but Drew just keeps over talking and over talking. I'm just like, girl, would you shut up? This is what I'm thinking in my head the whole time. And then Sheree literally, as I'm thinking this in my head, Sheree literally is like, girl, would you shut the up? Um, Lord, they get to calling each other the B word and all this stuff. I'm just like, whoa, oh my God, what's gonna happen with this scene? It is getting riled up. As this is going on, Sheree's friend tries to, just kind of interject and say, hey, ma'am, okay, you are saying that this assistant is talking about Sheree not paying bills or whatever, not paying him for his services and all this stuff like that. However, he's sitting up talking about you and talking about your husband is gay. When I tell you, it's like literally that's all Drew heard, and she just flipped the script. I mean, somewhere in that scene, Sheree did call her a ditzy bee, and I was just like, Sheree, that's it, ditzy bee. That's exactly what it is. I'm like, girl, what the? Are you here? Are you hearing anything? Are you listening? Is anything working up in here? Because it's like, hello, Drew, are you here? Um, in the midst of all this going on, one of Sheree's guests, she jumps up, she gets a little irate, a little upset. She's like, oh my God, this is happening at a children's party. My child is here. And I'm just like, oh Lord. Okay, so Sheree, not Sheree, but Kenya. Um, when you are planning to film ATL Housewives and you bring extra people outside of that, remind them of what could possibly happen within that area and let them make the decision to bring their child or not. I don't know if she already was aware of this and she just wanted to make a scene and make a little intro for herself. I don't know, or maybe she wasn't aware. But I'm like, well, now, Kenya, you probably don't look her up. And maybe she didn't watch that lady ain't never seen Housewives before. I don't know, but ma'am, like Marlon said, Kenya, don't invite all your friends to, if they act like they don't know what's going on. They act like they don't know what's going on around here. But yeah, that's happening while that's going on. I mean, that whole little scene right there, it was just a jumble of mess. All throughout that, Um, Drew, she goes in to say, "Oh well, he's on probation." It's like, and Kandi is like, "On probation? Like, girl, what are you saying?" She literally, while you're getting so mad, she literally just said that this assistant told Sheree that your husband is gay, and then it was just like, "Wait, what? Oh, I didn't hear that." It's like, well, what did you hear? You literally just had heard husband is gay, and you just lost it, lost it. You didn't hear nothing the lady said. So I'm just like, oh my God. And then Sheree comes back and she's like, I think she's a DTP. I am in agreement at this moment, right now. We'll see what happens as the episodes come. But God dang, Drew, what the heck is wrong with you, girl? Um, I thought, I mean, I really was so frustrated with Drew this episode, and because then right after that, she flipped the script and was just like, well, then why didn't Sheree? I feel like she should have came to me. Now, you keep saying this, but within all of that, the both of you are saying you don't know each other like that. You're just meeting each other. So if this assistant done told you whatever, and done told me some stuff too. I'm not gonna say nothing, girl. I don't know you. I don't know you. But I will say the minute that you said that that assistant was saying things about me, they could have had a decent conversation. But Drew was just very ugly with Sheree, and Sheree was matching her energy like, "Ma'am, if this is what you want, this is what you're gonna get." If Drew would have came to her differently, I think they could have definitely uh got that together real quick. The person that's the problem is the assistant. It's him. What, Drew? Why are you so upset? That's what I don't understand. But anyway, so they get ready to go. They're just, saying, and Marlo just comes in and she said, "Look, okay, y'all. I mean, as you can see, me and Kenya, we have our little spit spats with each other, but we're able to come together and we good. Like, I feel like the two of y'all talking about Sheree and Drew, y'all should be able to, work together and hash this thing out." Um, and then it just goes sideways again, but starting with Drew. Why are you so mad? Sheree didn't do nothing to you. I mean, literally. Um, and then before the episode ends, Drew gets buck with Sheree again. I don't know what was wrong with her this episode in this scene. I mean, Drew was on 10 for no reason at all, but you was coming at the wrong person. You doing this with the hand, with the hand in the face, especially to Charae. You don't do that, ma'am. Because see now, what you don't understand is Charae, she'll come back at you. I want to see what happens with this. I mean, they ended it to where Kenya pretty much was just like, "Hey, all right, y'all, like, and scene. Moving on because now we need to finish up with my baby birthday party. I ain't trying to be on this no more. We turning it out." Um, we see that the ladies are going to be heading to New York. So that's going to be an interesting episode. I want to see what happens with Drew and Sheree. Are they going to be able to get on good terms? Are they, what's going to happen with that? I don't know. Um, because what we're seeing right now happening is it's online and in I think an interview clip that I saw, Drew and um, Charae are saying things on Twitter. So be interested to see what happens with that. I mean, like I said, the most annoying person this particular episode definitely was Drew. I'm sick of it, but again, that's my opinion. Those are my thoughts on this episode. That is my thoughts. I'm gonna keep it coming. Try to keep up the best way I can, and we're gonna get to it. Again, please like, comment, subscribe. Most importantly, please comment, leave me your feedback. Anything that any shows that you may be into, maybe something I'd be willing to watch. Let me know. But yeah, thank you for watching. Bye.